Hey guys, Zen here, and it is finally time for the biggest R6 tournament in existence. This is always a landmark event for Rainbow Six Siege, and this year is one of the most interesting and most gripping times to be invested in Rainbow Six esports, and so this video is the pregame. Now, I want to thank Ubisoft for sponsoring the video, and starting on May 11th through the 23rd, you can join in on the biggest competition in Rainbow Six esports with the Six Invitational 2021. Guys, click the link in the description to watch the Invitational, and you can always support your favorite esport orgs by getting league bundles and team items directly in-game, and when you do, with our 6 share, 30% of the proceeds get dispersed throughout the respective organizations. And so guys, make sure to tune in on Twitch and to follow R6 Esports NA on Twitter for all the latest news and updates from the league. Now, with Year 6 hitting a new world record for players of Rainbow Six Siege and so many new people getting involved, there are a lot of fresh eyes looking at the league. And so for this video, we're taking a deeper look. And before we do, I want to bring you guys in for one of the most iconic moments in Six Invitational history, and also the moment for me that changed everything. Watch this.
Everything is on the line. The most critical moment in Uzi's career with SSG 30 seconds away. Beating by one person. That's it. He'll head in towards Archives.
Now, that clip gives me chills to this day because it was the moment that I felt exactly what the esports league is all about. The intense professional level gameplay and the highest praise one can get on stage by winning it all. So for this video, we're focusing on North America, maybe because of a little home pride, but also because there's been some bombshell news dropped recently that has definitely turned the tides around for some teams. We're also going to talk about what to expect out of the event, including the whopping $3 million prize pool. I'll cue you into a personal story of the time I faced off against Beaulo. Yes, that Beaulo, and the disgusting outcome. And I'll also reveal who I believe will be the next to raise the hammer and take home the grand prize as champions of the Six Invitational 2021. And so guys, yeah, let's do this. So this is going to begin with the winners of the last Invitational, Space Station Gaming. That clip at the beginning was the moment it happened, and I'm sure it brought them even closer together as an organization. But just recently, the unexpected news of one of their best players, if not arguably their most well-known player, was stepping down from the esports league for the foreseeable future. Troy, or better known as Broke Canadian, announced he was moving on from the league, and this was honestly shocking to a lot of fans because obviously he and his team were the last to be crowned champions and he performed extremely well. But he moved on and prepared for his next step. Fast forward to April of this year. The Invitational is back on and in full swing, and it's announced to be taking place in France. At this exact same time, Luke, another player on SSG's roster, actually had his passport expire, and due to current travel restrictions, wasn't able to get it back in time and was basically forced to sit this event out, which basically meant SSG didn't have a full roster to compete. So in an absolutely insane turn of events, after looking for a sub-in player for the team, they were left with only one option, and they took a shot in the dark. They needed Canadian back to have a fighting chance at the Invitational, and he's actually gonna do it. So yes, for those of you rooting for SSG, not only will they be there, but Broke Canadian will be once again trying to win the whole thing in what might be his very last on-stage performance. And for me guys, this is what it's all about. The story of the previous champions, and if they can do it all over again, is real this year, and if they pull it off, it'll be another one for the books. But of course, that's just one North American team. Who else is going? Well, of course, SSG, as we discussed, but there's also Dark Zero, Oxygen Esports, and TSM that are all going for it here. Speaking of TSM, there's probably a lot of you who know them, if for one name in particular, Beaulo. Now, as mentioned previously, I've actually gone head-to-head with Beaulo, and I'm here to tell you right now, the hype is real. When we matched off, it was during the first ever Creator Cup, basically a show match for before the real professionals go at it, and in our final game, Beaulo had a staggering 19 kills against my team and almost single-handedly ripped the trophy from our hands. Great guy, lethal Siege player, and since going pro, he hasn't stopped. TSM looks promising this year, like seriously. They're holding strong as one of the top pro teams in the league, and some analysts even have them as #1, and so this could be the year that TSM takes it all the way. Another contender is Dark Zero, and I've got to say, this team has come a long way. Some say they're underrated, and to that I agree, but the reality is that they have some serious talent to get the job done. Hyper, for one, is an insane fragger. He's consistently picking up frags for DZ with ops like Jaeger, Ash, and Zofia. But they also excel in support as well with Mint, their team captain. Now, in recent games, they beat last year's champs SSG, so they definitely have the potential, but it comes down to taking it all the way, and Dark Zero could bring that surprise upset this year. Oxygen Esports is a little more low-key, but they actually hit the closest to home, being from my home turf of New England, and they've got a real shot. They took first place at the R6 NAL Stage 1, with the best in the league placing at the bottom, and it was surprising to say the least. And then last up for this one is, of course, SSG, and well, as last year's SI champions, there is a lot on the line. Their roster is a little inconsistent, with Luke unable to play and Canadian coming back for a last stand, and so it's hard to tell the impact. They performed really well throughout the season, but because of those major shakeups, it really could go either way. And so, who's my pick for 6 Invitational 2021 champion? Look, it may sound a bit bandwagon, but at least for North America, I'm going with TSM. I really think this could be their year, because I think Beaulo and Achieved are just dominant fraggers and consistently putting up numbers to back it up, and they've got the legendary Geo in the support role. I think TSM is the most complete team right now, and to be fair, they kind of always have been, but this year, I think is an open opportunity to take it if they really dig deep. And let's say they do. What's up for grabs? Well, as a community, we've been able to put up a $3 million prize pool. Third place is awarded $240,000, second place gets $450,000, and the first place winners will receive a mammoth $1 million in prize money. It's just crazy to think that a team of 5 guys has the ability to bring home $1 million for competing in Rainbow Six Siege. We have truly come a long way. There's also the confetti and celebration right as the last body drops, but of course, they'll be able to raise the hammer and claim it for their region, which would be a back-to-back win for NA, and it couldn't make us more proud. But naturally, this is basically a global tournament, and there are some lethal teams out there that won't let it go so easy, and so make sure you show up and spread your support if you want another win for North America. Now, for me, the Invitational has always been so much more than just playing Rainbow Six Siege. It literally brings the entire community together from all around the globe and from every facet, from caster to analyst, player, and creator, and if you're a fan of the game at all, there's usually something to be excited about. The storylines this year are one of a kind because, I mean, we've had a one-of-a-kind obstacle that's gotten in the way this past 12 months, and somehow we still landed here, and there's still room for an event like this. It's an amazing time to be locked into Rainbow Six Esports, and I cannot wait to see what comes of it here. Will SSG bring it home, even after the chaos, and does that mean Canadian is back in the game? Is this the year TSM finally brings home the trophy that people know they have the skills to pick up? Can Dark Zero clutch up like they've been able to all season long and become champions this time around? This is what it's about, guys. And so, guys, again, you can join in on the 6 Invitational for 2021, the biggest Siege competition ever, with the link in the description from May 11th through the 23rd, live from Paris. Be sure to follow R6 Esports NA on Twitter and tune in on Twitch for all the latest updates on the league. And of course, you can support your favorite teams by picking up some league bundles directly from the in-game store. But that's the video today, guys. Another big thank you to Ubisoft for sponsoring, and guys, remember to like the video and get subscribed with notifications while you wait for the next one. And with that, it's been Zen. Hey, I'm out.